So let me ask you a question, Fritz, before we
Okay.
before we jump into fulfillment, okay?
Okay.
So because Google AdWords, YouTube, SEO, that's all needed to generate those calls for the client. But assume a client is waiting for your call, ask for your service and what you have to offer. What are the steps what you need to take and what you need to do to convert that client to that prospect in a client?
Well, I get quite a few leads from my, what I call them, client getting sites. I have a specific theme that I use that I had developed. It's a Nexus theme, and when I'm trying to get clients, the easiest way is to have them fill a form out, on a website, and you make a real strong offer, which is you can offer, 2 or 3 phone calls from clients needing their services. I mean, I don't believe in giving away a week's worth of phone calls. Some people teach that you'll get people that will just take a week and you'll never hear from them again. So a strong offer, a couple free phone calls, and then you need to get their credit card on file to see if they're serious. So if you get a person that's interested in getting new leads for their business, they'll take the time to fill a form out with their contact information. They'll send it to you. The next step is a follow-up phone call the instant you get that form, if you can, because that's how you determine if they're serious or they're kind of a deadbeat. And of course, the easiest way is to say, yes, let's get started. I'm going to put up a lead gen site for you. I'm going to set up several different properties online to make your phone ring. And we're going to get started tomorrow. So all I need to do is get your credit card number, and we'll start sending you clients tomorrow. At that point, 2 things can happen. They can just give you a credit card number, or they can say, well, I thought this doesn't cost anything. And of course, the answer is it doesn't cost. And then if they say, well, I don't feel comfortable giving you a credit card number, I'll say, yeah, I understand that, but our company really requires that. I can't start your campaign, and I can't start sending 2 to 3 new customers every day for you without that. So it's totally secure and safe. We use the same company that eBay and Amazon use, Authorize.net. It's totally secure as it can be, and we'll send you the recordings of all the calls you get before we ever charge your credit card, but that's just the policy we have. So, I mean, that's the way I suggest doing it, and the downside is you'll lose a few customers that way, but you will also almost totally eliminate the deadbeats. You can do it the other way and say after 2 or 3 calls, you'll have to call them back again, and you can pause their campaign so they don't get any more calls, and just leave a message or tell them that everything's going well. We've got several people waiting to contact you. Then you can say all we need is your credit card on file to get going. So those are the 2 ways. It's really up to you. I wouldn't go past 2 calls.
So you say 2 calls?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, I know that seems harsh, but I started with giving a week's worth. Then I went to like 3 days. Then I went down to 2 days, and now I'm all the way back to just 2. That's it.
2 calls, not 2 days, but 2 calls.
That's it, 2 calls, and that's usually the first day. That's usually in the morning. So, and then if you get your credit card number, I would go ahead and run that through the first call you get, just to make sure there's credit on the credit card. I know, that's being a little cautious, but it's the only way you'll know. Obviously I've had a few customers that credit cards didn't work, so that's, again, how I know. And that's the best way to do it. You're going to filter out the deadbeats and only end up with the people that are willing to pay you, $18 or $20 a lead and be happy to pay you 50 times that every single month. You know, it's the only way. So, you know.
So
Right.
I'm also answering questions, so I try
Okay.
to follow your system because I really want to have that settled down also for myself, okay?
Okay.
So you have a system, okay, where businesses respond and want to use your service, okay? They are waiting for a call for you, okay?
Right.
Now you call them up, and so can I role play with you, Fritz? We didn't
Sure.
practice it, but I think this is the most important part of the webinar. So
Yep.
I like that people and also myself get used to it. And I think when we role play, it's a little bit easier to find out the right word. So Fritz, you calling me up because I showed interest in your service, and you calling me up, correct? So
Right.
so let's assume I'm a plumber company. So please call me Fritz, and then
Ring, ring, ring.
hi, this is Jack, plumber ABC. How can I help you?
Jack, I just got a form in my email, and it looks like you have signed up to start getting some new customers
Yes, that's
for your
right.
business.
Yes,
Is that correct?
yes. I was curious about what you're offering. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Because I don't know you.
Yeah, I mean, and I can assume by the name of your company that you're in the towing business, right? You have a towing company in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I just want to make sure, because before we start sending you calls, I want to make sure that you can handle the amount of volume that we're going to be sending you. So, let me ask you, how many trucks do you have in your company?
We have
Do you have
4
any?
trucks.
So, do you have an extra one right now that can handle, I'd say, at least 4 to 5 new calls a day?
Yeah, we should be able to.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I think we can get started, because the worst thing I can do is send you more business than you can handle. So we are going to start that tomorrow, and we're going to give you the first day, all the calls that come in, it will be at least 2 at no charge. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, are you able to do that so quickly? Things
Yes.
going a little bit fast for me. So
Yeah, that's why I ask you if you're ready, because I can have this set up in about a day, and of course I'll call you before we start the campaign, but a couple hours after we start it, you'll probably start getting calls, particularly in your city, because in your city there's a high volume of people looking for a towing company, and you'll probably get about 4 or 5 calls a day, which is over 100 calls a month. So you need to prepare to handle the business, because if we send you more calls than you can handle, and if you don't pick up the call, we still charge you 50% of the call. Okay, and in your case it's $17, so we would have to still charge you $8.50 for a missed call, and you don't want to pay that, right?
no.
Okay, so we are going to start out a little bit slow, send you 2 to 3 calls a day, and we'll let you know before they start. So you need to answer the calls and go on all the jobs that you can. Of course, if you have calls from competitors or advertising people, we don't charge you for those. And of course, we send you the recording of the calls before we use your credit card. So I hope you feel comfortable with this operation. We have been doing this for a long time, and we've never failed sending a lot of calls for our towing company clients. So, and Atlanta has a lot of demand, so you will probably get possibly more calls than you can handle. But that's okay, because we always have another towing company in almost every city, because if you can't handle the volume, the next call goes to another towing company. And I know you don't want to lose business, but we do that just because it seems to help everybody. So we're going to start that, and the first day is on us, and then the second day after that, we're going to charge your credit card $17 for every valid new customer you receive, which would be probably between $75 and $100 a month. So if that's all right with you, the only thing I need is just a credit card on file, and you will start getting all those customers. So do you have a Visa or MasterCard that we can use right now?